switch it up like that.
Switch it up, speaker box blast, 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 blast.
We can switch it up like that.
Switch it up, speaker box blast. Go, 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 go.
Alright, you guys, this is the 4th episode of our Teens with Lupus podcast. Yeah, very exciting. So, shoot, what's today? Alright, okay. Today's Thursday, the 24th. I know it's late, so I'm actually gonna, do this a little different this time. Well, the format's still gonna be same, but, instead of on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll record on Mondays and Wednesdays, and they'll be posted on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think that'll be a little easier on you guys and on me, because I record these at all kinds of times of night. So, I'm your host, Genesis Berlin. This is the Teens with Lupus podcast, and let's kind of go over what we will be talking about today. So, every day I will have the song of the day, sort of like the quote of the day, like Kelly does on Mondays and Wednesdays, and that'll be in part 1, and I'll talk about a little bit about how I'm doing, how I'm doing and feeling, so you guys can get to know me better. And if you comment or have any questions or want to tell me anything, I'll also talk about those on this section of the podcast. If you don't want me to say anything about what you commented or posted, please private message me. These are posted on the Molly's Fund Facebook page, my YouTube channel, and also my Facebook page as well. So, we're going to dive right into it. So, I'm Genesis Berlin, like I said, your lovely host. I'm 16 years old, and I've been living with lupus for 6 to 7 years. I was diagnosed when I was 10 years old, and lately I've actually not been doing that well. I had a Tux infusion last week, and that has just kind of been beating me into the ground. So I haven't been in the hospital or anything serious like that, but I've been pretty, chill, not really wanting to do anything at all for the past week. But other than that, I think my spirit's been pretty well. My spirits have been pretty high, when I'm not laying or sleeping. Eating chips usually helps. I want to know how you guys are doing, so make sure you comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, all of that good stuff. So, let's get into the song of the day. The song of the day is Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. Now, with the song of the day, this is specifically what the song means to me. It may not be what the song is about, but it's what I feel when I listen to the song. Also, you do not have to listen to the song of the day if you don't want to. If you don't like rock music or whatever genre of music I put up here, you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to. I suggest you do, because I think it's good music, but you don't have to. It's not an obligation. So listen if you want to. If you don't want to, don't listen. It's all your decision. Also with this, if you want me to listen to a song that you think expresses how you feel, make sure you put that in the comments or post it somewhere, things like that. So, yeah. Song of the day, Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. I think it's about how people kind of push you towards adulthood and you don't get to be a kid anymore, right? This is probably the closest I'm going to get to how I feel about the song and what the song is actually about. But with Lupus, you kind of do get that push towards adulthood. Because it's this huge disease, right? So you're getting all this responsibility kind of dumped onto you. And for me, since I was diagnosed when I was 10, it was it's a little bit harder because I had to be a little bit more mature than all the other kids in like my class, or like even throughout like middle school and high school. I had to be super mature because I have all these medications today. I got to go to all these doctor's appointments, and a whole bunch of serious stuff is happening to me, and it just kind of makes you grow up a little faster. Like when you're in high school, your friend is crying about how her boyfriend broke up with her, and you're just like, yeah, I was in the hospital last week doing chemotherapy. So, like, things like that, right? So, it kind of pushes you to be more mature in your life, and sometimes you're just like, I just want to be 16. I don't want to be 25. I don't want to be responsible for all this stuff. I just want to worry about how I look, how my grades are going. I want to be in a relationship. I want to do all this great stuff, but then, like, it's not like you can't do that, but some of it's just unnecessary, right? I'm not saying that if these things are important to you, then they're not important. I'm just saying it's not top priority, right? So how you look may change because of your medications. So, I'm giving you an example. When I started chemo last year, from my whole middle school, the whole time I was in middle school, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I was so small. I was tiny. Not short tiny. Yes, short tiny, but skinny tiny as well. I was 95 pounds. I was tiny. And then once I did chemo that one fateful summer, my face quite literally blew up like a circus balloon, and I gained a whole bunch of weight. And with stuff like that, you can't really be worried about it because it's gonna happen. What happens is going to happen, and you can't really do anything about that. You can't do anything about your face swelling up when your steroids go up, or things like that, or if your medication stunts your growth. You can't really fix it. So, yeah. So, that's the song of the day, Stressed Out. Basically. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What am I saying? Oh, sorry, guys. I'm everywhere today. Alright. Stressed Out by 21 Pilots, song of the day. That's what it is. I'll try to have them posted. I know I haven't been posting them. I'm really sorry. I know I haven't been posting them lately, but I'm gonna do that. I'll do it. I promise. I'll try to do it today. So I'll post up song of the day, and yeah. So that's the end of part 1 of the Teens with Lupus podcast. I will see you in part 2, where we will be talking about support outside your family, and we're actually going to be talking about significant others. It's going to be kind of a special kind of thing. So, see you in part 2.
Switch it up like that.